All right, guys. Happy Monday. Again, my name is Adam Peterson with DCI. I'm the account manager for South Chicago, Central Illinois, and we host these weekly training calls for you guys every single Monday at noon. We try to have different topics every week, but again, as I just mentioned, we do have a new hire training every month because in the wireless business, obviously, we have more and more people hopping on board. So we want to make sure you guys have a good base before you start selling. So with that, can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes, Adam, we're good.
Yes.
All right, so let's hop into the August priorities. So this month, guys, we're still focusing mainly number one focus on our EBBP program. That's the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. I like to think of that as like Obama phones for 2021, where customers can get a free hotspot for 6 months to a year or a free phone 6 months to a year. For the hotspot, it's only a $25 charge for the physical device, and the service is free. For the phone, they just pay the price of a phone. If it's a new customer, they pay new customer pricing. Porting customer would pay porting pricing, and provided they qualify. So if they get benefits from the state, like SNAP, which is like food stamps, or Medicaid, or if their income is low, they made less than $20,000, they should be able to qualify for this device. We've got this down to a science now, so it's basically 10 minutes to get these sales approved. And the great news for you guys, it counts as a new line activation, just like you're selling a phone. And you're pretty much guaranteed your third month payment because the government is paying that bill each and every month. It's a $50 value your customers are getting for free. So again, here that's an important point, right? $50 value for free every single month for up to an entire year. So that has been blowing up. Doors are having incredible results with this. As long as you're up to speed on it, you know how to sell it, you have that buy-in, it should be a very easy sale for you guys. Another one of our August priorities, of course, are our family plans and our add-a-lines. We never want to clerk a payment. You always want to ask if there's an additional member in their family who might need to add an additional line of service. So take that from a 2-line deal or a 1-line deal to a 3-line deal, a 4-line deal, or if they just had one, to a 2-line deal. We always want to push those add-a-lines. We also can have a focus still on our network upgrade. They call it the Sddn. That stands for same device, different network. There's a lot of customers that we are offering a free SIM card to move to the SN network, from the SN network rather, to the TN network. And for you new hires, how to think about that, right? SN is the old Sprint network. Remember, Sprint used to own Boost, and then T-Mobile brought Boost. So we're now moving to the TN, or the T-Mobile network. And yes, now we are with Dish, because Dish bought it from T-Mobile. But we are using the TN network, as the SN network is going to sunset in the near future. I heard that date has been extended out, but it will be sunsetting in the near future. And I'm sure in next month's call, we're going to have more to come with the launch of the AT&T network. But for now, business as usual. Make sure those customers are eligible to go from the Sprint network to the T-Mobile network. You go ahead and take advantage of those and swap them out in your store. Value-added services and BYOD are also big focuses for us. Value-added services are any add-ons. That would be like your protection or your insurance on phones. I always call it protection because people like to have the phone protected but don't like to pay for insurance. But you want to make sure you have protection on your customer's phone. If they are traveling internationally, to have the $5 international calling pack on their phone. And if they're on a $60 plan, they get K-Health for free, which we'll go into K-Health in just a minute. But that is a new offer we have for them. They get it free on a $60 plan. They can get it on a $50 plan as well. It's a $7 add-on. Same price as what your protection would cost you. Now, not in the pyramid here, but a big focus this month is back on the $60 Unlimited Plan Plus. So we had focused on that before. We used to hit about 20% of our sales on that when we were focused on it. I think our focus has been away a little bit. So I do want us to refocus on that $60 Unlimited Plan Plus in August. All right. For you new hires, just some tips for your daily success. The attitude and enthusiasm you guys have when you're in your door are going to play a huge role in your success. If you're new to sales, and you're shy or you're kind of in a shell, it's going to be hard to hit those goals you want to hit. And this is something that can be trained and coached. So if you are shy, if you are kind of a shyer person, we can teach you this. This is a very trainable aspect. But we need to make sure one thing that's very easy to do is smile, right? One thing that's very easy to do is greet your customers when they walk in your door. Have a little enthusiasm. Welcome to Boost. My name is Adam. You're here for our promos today. A very simple greet that gives you a positive attitude and great enthusiasm to your customers. And you'll find it is big in your individual success. If you're outgoing to your customers are going to want to come in and see you. So hopefully it's a character trait you have. If not, practice it and everyone can learn it. Now, I just talked about a customer walks in your door, being the first person to greet them. Welcome to Boost. My name is Adam. Are you here for our promos? You want to maximize every sales opportunity you have to become as profitable as possible while addressing every customer need. I've been in your guys' shoes, right? So I've been in wireless for a long time now, but I started as a sales rep just like you guys. And I was always kind of very competitive. We had 3 sales reps working at a time. I always wanted to be that first person to greet that customer when they walked in my door. I want to get out there from behind my counters. That's kind of a no-fly zone. You get out from around your counter, you give them a greeting, you give them your name. Welcome to Boost. My name is Adam. Are you here for our promos today? And the reason I keep saying that is because that greeting is so important, right? It's so simple and so important. But are you here for our promos is a universal cheat code. Because no matter what they say, I can pivot into a sale. First of all, everyone likes a promo. Oh yeah, what promos do you have going on? Then I would reply, what carrier are you with? If they're with Metro, Cricket, whoever, I'm thinking of Portland. If they're with Boost already, I'm thinking Adelines. And I would then also qualify, especially with EBB now, get Snap or last year, because we have a great program where we can get free internet for 6 months to a year, or even free phone service. So I can qualify no matter what with, are you here for our promo? Even a bill payment customer. No, I'm just here to pay my bill. Oh, that's great. We have promos for our bill payment customers too. Do you have anyone in your family who might need to add a line of service? Because we can get you an add line for as low as $10. No, I'm good on that. I don't have anyone who's to add a line. Oh, well, we also have this free internet. Do you by chance get any benefits with Snap, or were you affected by COVID? Do you get Medicaid? And if they do, I can pitch EBB. So you basically can pitch a sale to every customer walking in your door with the simple icebreaker, are you here for our promos? So be the first to greet your customers, get out there and maximize those opportunities. Being the best in your store starts with your guys' everyday approach. You got to remember, you are not clerks, right? You find a clerk when you go to a gas station. You go to a gas station, I got gas. I'm $20 on pump 10 and give me this pack of gum. All right, it's $22.50. That's a clerk. You are not a clerk. You are a solutions consultant. This is a career. Being in sales, this is a career. You want to dress like a professional. You want to act like a professional. When it comes to the dress, when you're in your stores, this is a quote kind of from Deion Sanders, if you guys are football fans. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, well, his words were, you play good. If you play good, you get paid good. So I just tweaked this a little bit. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you sell good. And if you sell good, you get paid good. So you want to look like a professional. Don't be coming to work with your Nike shirt on and some shorts, just like you roll out of bed and you walked into the job. This is not that, right? You are solutions consultants. Our Boost mobile locations do not have corporate stores. You guys are the corporate stores. So you should have that look and feel of a professionally ran organization. And there are guidelines to this. Every employee should be wearing a Boost branded shirt or a plain shirt with a name tag. Now, if you guys don't have a shirt, reach out to us at DCI. We can get you shirts, no problem. If it's cold out, let's say we get a few months down the road, if you're wearing a jacket, sweater, or whatever over your clothing, make sure that name tag or lanyard is visible to your customers. You want to make sure that you guys are always wearing a Boost branded polo. All these things are available. There's t-shirts, hats, etc. There are Boost branded t-shirts, so it doesn't have to be a polo. on spggoods.com. Again, we can help you out with this at DCI as well. Sometimes you guys will get promotional shirts sent to you that are dual branded. Those are fine also. But pants, jeans, shorts, skirts, capris are fine. No open-toed shoes. Big thing, have a boost shirt on. If not a boost shirt on, have your lanyard on. And don't have any open-toed shoes or like basketball shorts, for example. All right, so now let's get more granular on our August priorities. So the $60 plan we talked about, $60 UPP is what they call it. It stands for Unlimited Plan Plus. So what value does that $60 plan bring? Well, the number one way I sell this, again, want to get to 20% this month, is very easy. I ask this qualifying question. Do you watch streaming services on your phone like Netflix, Hulu, Vudu? If they say yes to that question, I'm automatically thinking, okay, I want to sell them a $67 plan. Now, why do I say 67 instead of 60? Because I'm going to bundle. I'm going to bundle that protection into that plan, which costs $7. Okay, great. You said you watch a lot of Hulu. Then for $67 a month, I can get you unlimited talk, text, data, plus protection on your device. You're going to get high definition video streaming. So if you watch those shows on your phone, they'll be in high def. You'll get a 30 gigabyte mobile hotspot. And on top of that, we actually have a great new program called K Health, which is free for you. It's a $7 value every month you're going to get for free. They'll be included in your plan as well. So this K Health is new. Let's tell you a little bit about it. So K Health is basically having a doctor's office in your customer's pocket right from their phone, right? So there's 24/7 health questions can be answers, prescriptions refilled. They can help treat chronic conditions and any child issue over the age of 3. It's got unlimited access to doctor visits right from your mobile phone. So why is this good for your customers, right? It forgets the long waits in the doctor's office. It's 24/7. Expert medical help available at their fingertips. No insurance required, no expensive copay. It's free on that $60 plan. Again, you can get it on the $50 plan. I think earlier I said 7 is actually $7.99 per month on that $50 plan. But they're going to get a personal review of their symptoms. They don't have to use Google anymore. Again, they can do prescriptions refills at targeted results. So it's got over 10,000 5-star reviews. This has been talked out. I'm probably going to do a whole call on K Health because there is that much we can dive into it. But want to get you guys a little familiar with it because this is a free ad. We talk about one of the other hot button items on our priorities is value added services. Here's a free value added services. So if you sell a $60 plan, again, I said 67 with protection. Let's say your customer balks the protection, you try to overcome their objections and they still say no. Okay, well, I'm still going to get you that $60 plan and we're going to sign you up with K Health because that will count as a value added service. So that will still qualify you as getting a tick mark for that value added service for your door. A little more on K Health. So they can sign up in a couple ways. Once they have the Unlimited Plan Plus, they're going to get a text message from Boost within 48 hours. That text will guide them through downloading the app as well as the instruction on how to set up their personalized account. What's important here is you don't want to download the app first. You need to wait for that text message to come into your phone. And it's that easy. They're going to have their be on their way to the simple, convenient way to manage your health right from their mobile device. You do have to be 18 years or older to create an account, and that account can be used for up to 3 children. Any questions on the Unlimited Plan Plus before we move forward? Just so you guys are aware, there are 35 gigs of LTE data, and it also says 30 gigs of mobile hotspot. These are not in addition to each other. It's kind of one bucket. So you have 35 gigs of data, but if you use 30 gigs of hotspot, that basically would take your data down to 5 gigs, which is another reason why the EBB, the emergency broadband, is so big, right? If emergency broadband, you guys qualify for free for your customers, you turn that hotspot on, that's an extra 35 gigs of data. So now that customer who had 35 gigs now has 70 gigs that they first connected to that hotspot, right? That's a big selling point. All right, we'll move on to our family plans and add-lines. Our bread and butter, so yes, we want to push $6 plan, obviously. That's our bread and butter, our 50 or 60, and our add-lines. This is going to be the majority of plans you guys sell all day, every day. Now, on the $50 plan, it's $30 for an add-line. On the $6 plan, it can be 30 or 40. And honestly, on the 50, you could do a $40 add-line as well. But typically what we see on a $50 plan, you do a $30 add-line. On a $60 plan, you do $40 or $30 add-line. What's the difference, right? Well, the $40 add-line gives you everything that comes with the $60 plan. So you get that high definition streaming. You get that 30 gigs of hotspot. Whereas the 50 is only 12 gigs of hotspot, right? So you can go either or. You can mix and match. You can do a 50 and a 30, a 50 and a 40. You can do a 60 and a 30, a 60 with a 40. Typically what we see is if you're on a 60, you're bundling with that 40, so you have that high def on both lines. But those are interchangeable, and those are your major offers. So a 3-line deal, let's say on the $50 plan, and just to make the math easy, well, actually, I'll keep the math in there, right? So 50 plus 3 is 80 for 2 lines. 50 plus another $30 for the 3rd line takes you up to 110. You're putting protection on all 3 of those phones, which is $7 per month, so that's $21. That puts you at $131 for 3 lines, unlimited talk, text, data, and protection. When you can bundle those prices to your customers and pitch them with everything included, you're going to have great success. If you sell a 1 or a 2-line deal, let's say it's 2 lines, and you're pitching the 50 and the 30. If you tell them it's $80 per month, do you want to pay an extra $14 for insurance? They're going to say no. If you tell them it's $92 a month, unlimited talk, text, data, plus protection on both phones, that's going to sell, right? So bundle it in there, know your major offers, and make sure you are adding in protection with your sales. We do have some BYOD plans as well, as low as $10, $15, and $25 if you're bringing your own device. These have a limited talk and text, but almost no data. You have a gigabyte on the $10 plan, 2 gigs on the 15, and 5 gigs on the 25. So this is really something. It's just great to have more tools in your toolkit, right? So this competes with like your straight talks or your track phones. If someone has a really, really low plan, it used to be, we couldn't go lower than $35. But now we could go, as low as 10, 15, 25. They'd have to be bringing their own device. But honestly, this makes up a very, very low percentage of our overall plans. You're majorly going to be focusing on your 50 and 60. So we talked a little bit about that art of the greeting, right? So hi, you're here for our promos. Again, everyone loves a promotion. It's going to open up that customer to dialogue for open-ended questions. And it's going to work in every scenario. If they're just here to pay their bill, you can talk about promotions for our bill payment customers. I'm thinking add-lines. I'm thinking EBBs. Customers who love a promotion. Oh, that's great. What kind of promotions do you have going on? I see you have a poster for an iPhone right now for $99.99. Tell me more about it. So all that kind of stuff is out there for you. Moving on to the next priority, let's talk a little bit about the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. This is honestly, if you're new, this is what I want you to focus on and get down like the back of your hand, because this is a huge, huge lift to our bottom line sales. We've made this so much easier than when it first rolled out. You guys used to have to get registered, have tablets, take pictures of the customer's ID, take pictures of your face. That's all kind of gone right now. So we streamlined this into a 10-minute process, and man, are our doors seeing the fruits of their labors here, okay? So what is EBB, Emergency Broadband Benefit Program? That's what it is, okay? It's a government-sponsored program. When your customers are having a hard time understanding it, I always just go back to, it's like Obama phones, but for the new generation, you're getting a lot more than was offered previously. Like Obama phones, I think, were just like basic flip phones. On this, you're getting internet, or you can get a phone and get any phone you want. You can get an iPhone on this program if you really wanted to. You just pay the new customer pricing. So who qualifies? Low-income customers. If a customer that I have walk in my store, I ask them if they were affected by COVID, do you get SNAP or Medicaid? And they say, no, I don't get either of those. I say, okay. Well, on your W-2, did you make less than $20,000 last year that you reported to the government? If they did, they can qualify through low income. Otherwise, if they are a low-income customer who is on SNAP, or it may be called different things in different states, basically food stamps, or if they're on Medicaid, they could qualify for this as well. When you go into the program, you will see some other categories that would qualify, but the majority of them, I would say 95%, are going to be SNAP, Medicaid, or low income. The rules on this is it's one per household. So I talked about you can get a phone or you could get a hotspot. It's either or and one per household. So if you have a husband and wife that are married and say one wants a hotspot, one wants a phone, it's based on address. If they have the same address for their benefits, there's only one they can get. Again, let's go to these two plans, right? So the mobile broadband plan is $0 to the customer. They get 35 gigs of high-speed hotspot data. This is capped. The government's paying this. It's $50 per month. So there's no add-ons. Technically, they could come into the 1 gig or 2 gig add-on if they run out of data for the hotspot, but nobody's doing that, to be honest with you. Nobody is doing that, right? Just think of it as no add-ons. So $50 a month, 35 gigs of high-speed data. The important thing you need to do here is when you're telling your customers, this doesn't replace your home internet because you're going to fly through 35 gigs. This is mobile. So we have other products like Xfinity home internet kits that give you unlimited internet. If they need unlimited internet at home and you're in an area that sells Xfinity, sell that all day. That's unlimited. What this is more if they're traveling or if your customers complain about data. You know, I only have 35 gigs of high-speed data and then my phone slows down. Well, activate this hotspot and you can connect your phone to the hotspot. Now you have an extra 35 gigs of data. So from 35 to 70. Or if you got kids that are traveling and they have tablets, you want to use the tablets while you're driving on the road. Perfect way to use it. What's really important on this mobile broadband plan, when you guys sell this, you need to turn it on and connect it to your customer's phone in the store to make sure it's working. If this device doesn't show that it's working every month, or the customer's not using it every single month, they could lose the benefits and it could affect your second and third month payment on it. This should be a no-brainer for second and third month payment, which we haven't really touched on yet, but it is a very important measure. They first, second, and third month payments, and even your 6 months payments, which is all tied to the profitability of your guys' store. So this should be a slam dunk for usage every month. Just make sure you tell the customer at point of sale, you connect it to their device, and what I say is make sure you use it every month just to make sure it doesn't show zero usage and get shut off. The other plan is the handset plan. It's also $0 per month to the customer. They get everything that comes with our $50 plan. Now, again, since the government's only paying $50, we cannot add a value-added service to the EBB handset plan. Major bummer, but on your new phones you can. But if you do happen to go this way on the handset, then you cannot. It's unlimited talk, text, data, 35 gigs of high speed. They have 12 gigs of hotspot that will be pulled from that 35 gigs as well. And they cannot do any bolt-ons. If they're looking for their pricing, if it's a new line, they're going to get paid just like it's a new phone. So, or you know, if it's let's say a Weco Ride 3, right? $59.99. On the handset, you can charge a $25 setup fee. So you can tell that customer if you qualify for less than $100, because of $59.99, let's say $60, plus your $25 setup fee, that puts you at $85, plus your taxes on your device, probably puts you around $90, $95. For under $100, I can get you a phone, 32 gigs of memory. You won't have to pay a bill for 6 months to a year. One-time payment of $100, that's it. Huge, huge opportunity to crank sales with that. Now, the mobile broadband plan, there is no setup fee. So if they do the mobile broadband plan, the box itself costs $25. There is no setup fee. So for $25 plus tax, you know, they'll have 35 gigs of high-speed data every single month. Now, you can talk to your owner. Some owners waive that fee even because they really want to get aggressive with this offer. Now, Boost does say it's a recommended price of $25, but it depends on how aggressive you guys want to be. But again, setup fee on the handset plan, no setup fee on the mobile broadband plan. Any questions on the plans before I go to the next slide? So just a couple pitches for the hotspot. If you by chance qualify for the government assistance programs like any help with food, clothing, or shelter, the reason I ask is there's a great chance I can get you a hotspot for 35 gigs of high-speed data for free, 6 months to a year. All you do is have a one-time $25 payment for the device, which you then own. If a customer comes in and they're just looking to make a payment it's a great opportunity because that customer probably doesn't have internet with us. So if they're coming in to make a payment, you can offer a hotspot for only $25 extra. They'll keep the hotspot, get an extra 35 gigs of data. Customer comes in complaining about data running out. Hey, I can put this hotspot on your account. If you get SNAP or WIC or Medicaid, were you affected by COVID last year? I can get you extra 35 gigs of high-speed data. You turn this on, use that first, and your phone goes from 35 gigs to 70 gigs. So many ways to pitch this. You guys can be as aggressive as you want, but we are really seeing some huge results pushing EBB. So the process, step one is you want to save the link here. I sent this link to all of your DCI account managers, the www.checklifeline.org/lifeline. That's the national verification system. You want to save that as, I save it as EBB step one for all of my doors. Fill out that information. When it asks for their qualifying questions, always use the last for their social. Don't use their driver's license. That's the most effective. You can run the app, the NatVer, national verification on that site. If it says successful, you're basically in your home stretch. Once you get there, you go to the Boost Mobile site. I do have the link there that takes you directly to it. Or if you go to boostmobile.com, you just scroll down to where it says free internet, click on check eligibility, enter their zip code and start it. You'll see a link to enter their NatVer number, fill out the information needed, and it will show you that customer qualifies. Now, when it says qualified on that Boost site, what you want to do, there's a little symbol. If you guys know video games, it's an Xbox symbol. It's a little circle with a line in the top. You click on that where it says service activations. It will give you a promo code. That promo code, you then just go into the sales portal, enter it in, apply it, and that plan will change from a $50 plan, whether it be a hotspot or a device, to a $0 plan. Lastly, when you're done, you go back to that same screen that gave you that 15-digit promo code, and you enter in the phone number, check the two boxes, click submit, and then, of course, you want to take it out of your inventory and Elevate to finalize on your end. So for time's sake, I kind of glossed over that. I mean, that could be a whole call in itself, but all of your DCI account managers are very versed in this. We can help you out in person as well if needed, but it is very quick and very simple. That if you save that EBB step one as a NatVer site, save EBB step two as this Boost Mobile site. That's what I do for all my doors, and we are flying through these applications. All right, next, I want to move on to network upgrade to the Sddn, same device, different network. Why is this so important? Well, the old network was going to be shut off in January. We heard this got extended out for a little longer, so that's good news. But you guys are still making money on this. So these customers are eligible. We need to switch them because eventually that old Sprint network will be turned off. And you know what? It's very possible in the next month or two, we talk about switching customers to the AT&T network. But that message has not been delivered yet. So right now, we do what we're instructed to do, which is we take these customers off of the Sprint network because regardless, that network will eventually be sunsetting and no longer be available. We want to take them to the new T-Mobile network. This is an easy SIM swap, probably the easiest profit driver you guys could do in your store. And the big advantage for your customer, why do they want to do this? Two big reasons. Number one, the old network is about to go away and won't be here anymore. So we want to make sure you have service. Number two, one of the things people used to always beg for on the old Sprint network with Boost was you couldn't be on a phone and surf the internet at the same time. Now, when you switch them to the TN network, they can be on a phone call and they can surf the internet at the same time. So that's a big advantage customers have been asking for a long time, and we can finally do it. Most of the plans are already auto-mapped, so you don't. It shouldn't reset their eligibility. You will get a message with each scenario on what the customers need to do. But kind of the cheat sheet is if a customer's on the Sddn network, think of that as the old Sprint network, with a TN-capable phone, and that plan is auto-mapped, you're just going to process it in the sales portal via the normal network upgrade flow. The plan's going to auto-map to the system. The MRC is not changed, and there's no impact to the device upgrade. Majority of scenarios you guys are going to see is just like that. Now, the other one that you may see is a customer on the Sddn network with a TN-capable phone, and the plan's not auto-mapped. In that situation, they would have to change their plans. But again, this is few and far between. At first, we saw this a lot. but now most plans are auto-mapped. And it'll tell you if the plan needs to be changed or not. So some plans we no longer offer, which is why I said most of these are all done now, like the 3 for 100 or the 4 for 100. We don't have those plans anymore, but they are auto-mapped. So even those customers can do a simple SIM swap in most cases and simply go over to the new network. Now, the only scenario where a customer is really going to make a big change is if they're on the Sddn network, but they want to go to the TN network, but the device is not eligible. They have a really, really old phone. In those scenarios, they would have to upgrade to a new phone and get on to get on that TN network. And then it depends if the plan is auto-mapped or not. If it is mapped, then they would just have to upgrade to the new network, put the device in. If not, they may have to switch plans. Again, that's now few and far between. Value-added services, we talked a little bit about bundling protection, right? I talked about like don't sell a $50 plan, sell a $57. Don't sell a $60 plan, sell 67. If you can't get a 67, make sure you explain K Health because that will give you a value-added service. And that is free on a $60 plan. So want to see a big increase, 20% minimum on your $60 plans this month. So of every 10 phones you guys sell, at least 2 should be on 60, or let's say 67, because you're bundling with insurance. Even on the $50 plan bundle, you should be at 57, right? Don't ever pitch a 50 or a 60. Make sure you are bundling that in there. Every customer should walk away with at least one value-added service. Again, I use the assumption close. I say it's a one-line customer, and they were not using Netflix, Hulu, Vudu. Then so I said, okay, I try to qualify them for that 60. They don't need it. I'm going to qualify them for the 50. I still say, okay, for $57 a month, I'll give you unlimited talk, text, data, plus protection on your device. That'll stick. They'll say, okay. And if they complain and they say, well, I thought it was 50. Well, we want to make sure your phone's protected when you walk out the doors. Most phones break within 30 days. So when you walk out, I want to make sure you are protected. If you want to take that protection off next month, just let us know and we'll take it off. And why does that pitch work? Because once it's on there, it does stick. Customers, the majority of your customers will not take that off there, for 2, 3, 4, 5 months. They're going to keep it on there until they're upgrade eligible. So bundle it in. If they object to it, say, hey, we just want to make sure you're protected when you walk out of our store. You can always take it off next month, and you're going to find that they will keep it on there. Again, even if you're doing a two-line deal, do the math, right? So if you're doing 2 lines for 80, you want to pitch 2 lines for 94. Let them talk, text, data, plus protection on both devices. When it comes to the power of words, you keep hearing me saying protection instead of insurance because people love to have their devices protected, but they do not like to pay extra for insurance. And then don't forget international calling. Ask your customers if any family lives in Mexico or Canada because we do have the $5 international calling pack we can add on as well. Now, I know I'm a little over, so let me gloss over this, or not gloss over it, but hit on it. Smile and Dial, right? So you guys need to be owning Smile and Dial. It's not on the boost priorities, but it is a key for your guys' success. You guys should be making 20 calls per day minimum every single day and just position them correctly. Why is this important? Because this is going to drive sales on a slow day or no sales day. It's going to help increase your second and third month payment because those customers are going to be coming back into your store to pay their bills. It's going to help set up referrals. It's going to sharpen your selling skills, it's going to sharpen your pitch, and really help drive that 80% 3MR. So there's 4 new boxes in here now. There's welcome and pre-2MR check-in, so customers in the first 2 months, third and fourth month check-in, pre-6 month check-in, and then Sddn swap. So your Sddn SIM swap bucket is going to be the first bucket you want to make sure you are taking care of because we need to get those customers off of the old network onto the new network, right? It's a profit driver for you. Your customers can make a phone call and be on the internet at the same time, so that's huge. Now, I used to be a big advocate of pushing that, and then like the old boxes was month 3 and beyond. Well, we don't have it anymore. But now I don't care what box I'm calling because I can pitch EBB to every single customer in this list. So yes, I'm going to knock my Sddns out, but I'm not just going to talk to them about swapping their SIMs. I'm going to talk to them about EBB as well. So when making that call, hey, this is Adam over at Boost on Gale. Just want to give you a courtesy call. Check and see how your service is working. Everything working good? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay, perfect. Hey, I see you got a LG Stylo 6. We actually can give you a free SIM today. It's going to upgrade your network where you can make calls and surf the internet at the same time. And let me ask you, do you by chance get any benefits like SNAP or Medicaid? Were you affected by COVID last year? Yeah, I get SNAP. Great. We can give you free internet 6 months to a year. We'll qualify you in store. It only takes about 5 minutes. But come in and see us. We can get you that free network upgrade and then also get you that 6 months to a year of free internet as well with our hotspot. Sound good? Does Friday or Saturday work better for you? Okay. Again, my name is Adam. Ask for me when you come in. I'll take care of you. Right? So I can call any box on this list with that same pitch and crank out, if it's not an Sddn opportunity, crank out that EBB opportunity. But if you guys aren't doing this, and I think we have lost focus. Now, if you're new, you probably didn't have a focus to begin with. But if you're on this call and you've been a rep for a while, then we used to focus big on Smile and Dial. Now it has so much focus on EBB. We've lost some priorities here. So this is huge to help all your other aspects of sales. All right, guys. Sorry for going a couple minutes late, but that's all